So today I'm going to be doing some gear lube on my lower unit for this 1999 Mercruiser BRAVO THREE. This is a pretty simple procedure, although it does require one specialty tool, which is this pump right here. For some reason, in their infinite wisdom, they designed this to be a bottom fill system. I can't find any reason why you couldn't do this from the top, other than the fact that it seems like the reservoir drains into the lower unit very slowly from the engine bay. So what we're gonna do right now, I pulled the drain plugs about an hour ago. The lower, and there's an upper right there. There are little washers. The blue guy there, and it's nasty up there. So you'll want to pick those out and replace them. There is an upgraded rubber one that lasts considerably longer. I would recommend you pick those up. Any Mercruiser dealer should have those. Once the fluid's drained out, go ahead and, before you replace that O-ring in there, unpack your fluid pump, then unpack your gear lube. Mercruiser recommends the Quicksilver 90 weight for the BRAVO THREE. I really like Redline fluids, and this is a very, very good 90 weight. I don't really know if it's supposed to be in there or not, but again, I think this is, if anything, better fluid than the Quicksilver. This unit supposedly takes between 3 and 4 quarts. Picked up 4 just to be safe. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna install this pump into the Redline bottle, and then we're gonna thread the pump into the lower drain plug, and we're gonna start pumping fluid in. Once the fluid starts coming out of the top drain plug, we're gonna go ahead and replace the top drain plug with the new washer, because we won't be removing that one again, and we'll pump until we have fluid in the reservoir in the engine bay. Once we have fluid in the reservoir in the engine bay, and it's at the correct level, or even if it's not, you can top it up in there. But once we've got that far, it should be full and good to go. And at that point, very quickly take out the filler. A lot of gear oil is going to come out, so quickly get your new washer and drain plug ready, and then plug the hole with your finger in the meantime while you're changing that out. And now that I'm saying that, it actually might be smarter to replace your washer right now before you pump, and then just be careful to not damage it. So here we go. We're pumping. So I won't bore you with the details here, but I'm just going to keep pumping until I see gear oil coming out of that top hole. Then I'm going to grab, oh, come on now, my other O-ring, wherever I set it. Oh, there it is. Pop it in there with the drain plug, which I will also find where I put. I left them draining up here. And tighten it down with my standard flat blade screwdriver. And then I'll keep pumping until we've got a full 3 quarts in. Then I'm going to hop inside the engine compartment and see where we are for level in the actual reservoir, which I'll show you once I get in there. This boat has a power hatch, so I just don't want to go in there until I have to, basically. Well, sorry I didn't get it on video, although you can still see it dribbling a little bit. It started just hemorrhaging. I'm about 1.5 quarts down. So I'm gonna hit Google again and make sure that this thing really does need more than 3 quarts. I think it does, but man, I don't know, it's filling up awful fast, so I might have to drop the actual lower unit down just to make sure that I'm filling all the way up to here. But wow, it's going quicker than I imagined it would. Well, there's our reservoir, and somehow it's beyond full already, even though I've only put 2 quarts in it, which is a little disturbing. So I put the outdrive back down, and I'm gonna check the plugs again, but if that all looks okay, then I think we're full at 2 quarts. So we're actually a little bit over full with that. I'm going to go down to the drain plug, and I'm going to drain a little bit back out. But before I do that, I'm going to fire it up and run it through the gear a little bit and just make sure that my drive's all the way down. Because if the drive isn't all the way down when you fill it, you might still get air pockets, which might lead to this. It looks like a total of between 2 and 2 1/4 quarts are what you need for a Bravo 3. But, yep, once you've got that level right there, below that little black thing, you should be good to go. Of course, check your level every time you go boating. There is an alarm fitted to these with the level monitor, so they're a little bit foolproof, but still a good idea to keep an eye on the maintenance of your boat.